Welcome. Thinking of starting a business in Japan? Before you can launch, you'll need to navigate Japan's immigration system and secure the right visa to operate legally. In this video, we break down everything foreign entrepreneurs need to know about immigration requirements, from choosing the correct visa type to preparing essential documents and meeting government expectations. With clear, step-by-step guidance from SmartStart Japan, you'll learn how to avoid common mistakes, fast-track your approval, and build your business on solid legal ground. In this video, we'll walk you through everything you need to know to lease smart, avoid red flags, and launch smoothly with support from SmartStart Japan. Before we dive in, let's introduce the team behind SmartStart Japan. Tyson Bettino, co-founder and mentor to over 35 international companies in Japan, brings years of real startup experience. Next is Tae-Jin Yoon, TJ Yoon, also a co-founder. Fluent in English and Japanese, TJ has helped over 30 businesses incorporate and secured more than 40 loans and subsidies. And I'm Heiken Wong, supporting founders through marketing strategy, incorporation, and immigration logistics. Together, we help you make your Japan launch as smooth and stress-free as possible. Think of your visa like your business passport. The question is, which one gets you in? Let's step back and look at the two main visa options available for foreign entrepreneurs in Japan. If you're planning to start your own business here, you'll most likely apply for either the business manager visa or the startup visa. While both can help you legally launch and operate a business, they're designed for slightly different situations, and understanding which one fits your case is key. Let's start with the business manager visa. This is the standard option for foreign founders who are prepared to start their business immediately. To qualify, you'll need a fully established company in Japan, a physical office, not a virtual one, and a minimum of 5 million yen in startup capital. You'll also need a business plan and enough supporting documents to show that your company is real, active, and ready to operate. Now, if you're still early in the process and haven't set up your business yet, the startup visa might be the better fit. This visa gives you 6 months to a year to get things off the ground, without needing to meet the full capital and office requirements right away. This visa is perfect for entrepreneurs collaborating with local government programs or startup incubators, seeking a gradual transition before fully committing to the requirements of a business manager visa. So how do you decide? It mostly comes down to your preparation level. If your company is already registered, your office lease is signed, and your capital is ready, the business manager visa is your next step. But if you're still in the planning phase and need time to build your company and gather documents, the startup visa gives you that space. So now that you know which visa pathway is right for you, let's talk about what immigration will want to see. What documents do you actually need? Let's walk through the documents immigration expects to see when you apply for the business manager visa. First, the most important one, your business plan, written entirely in Japanese. It needs to include a detailed company overview, your service or product description, a financial forecast, customer base, marketing strategy, and hiring plans. The plan should show that your business is realistic, profitable, and sustainable. And yes, grammar, format, and tone matter. So if you're not fluent, work with a bilingual consultant or a certified administrative scrivener. Next, proof of capital. You need to show that you've already invested at least 5 million yen into your business. Immigration prefers to see a Japanese bank statement that shows the capital was deposited along with a transaction history. If your funds came from abroad, attach a foreign remittance slip with your name, amount, and date. Make sure everything matches exactly, especially your name in Roman and Japanese characters. You'll also need a lease contract for your office. This must be a physical commercial space, not a virtual or shared office. The lease should clearly state your company's name, address, contract term, and rent. Photos of the office space and a floor plan are sometimes requested, so prepare those early just in case. Getting your visa and document ready is just one part of the story. Now let's talk about building the actual company. Because here's the catch. For most business manager visa applications, your company must already be set up before immigration will even look at your paperwork. In Japan, the two most common business structures are the Kabushiki Kaisha, KK, and the Godo Kaisha, GK. A KK is more formal, often preferred by Japanese banks and clients, and carries a bit more prestige. A GK is faster, cheaper, and simpler to manage, especially if you're just getting started or don't need outside investors yet. So, what does the setup actually look like? Step 1. You need a physical office address in Japan. This can't be virtual or shared space. It needs to be a lease that supports commercial activity, ideally under your company's name. Step 2. Draft your articles of incorporation. For a KK, these must be notarized at a Japanese notary office. A GK skips this step, which saves time and money. Your articles should clearly outline your company purpose, director info, capital, and address, and everything must match your later registration documents. Next, deposit your startup capital, at least 5 million yen, into a Japanese bank account in your name. Then apply for your certificate of company registration and income certificate, which confirms your company's official seal. So, what does count as a valid office? A dedicated room inside a shared office facility, where the door locks and only you have the key, a private office space in a small building, even if it's just 10 square meters, a commercial lease on a one-room apartment that's clearly registered for business use. What doesn't count? Co-working spaces where you drop in and sit anywhere, virtual offices that only give you a business address and mail service, renting a friend's house and calling it your company HQ. It's true that immigration checks. They will review your lease contract and may request photos of the space, a floor plan, or even a letter from the landlord confirming that your business has exclusive use. Also, make sure the address on your lease matches exactly across your company registration, visa paperwork, and all supporting documents. Even a small typo can result in rejection. And finally, if you plan to move later, you must update the address with immigration before you apply for renewal. If they see your company is registered at one place but operating elsewhere, it raises red flags. Now, here's a common roadblock. If you're not physically in Japan yet, you'll need a resident director, someone with a legal address and valid visa in Japan, to complete the registration. Once your visa is approved, you can become the director yourself or update the company structure later. Altogether, the process takes about 2 to 4 weeks, but paperwork mistakes are common. Errors like typos in your name, mismatched addresses, or unclear business purposes can delay your visa and bank account for weeks. So don't rush it. Work with someone experienced in Japanese company formation, especially if you're handling it from abroad. Once your company is officially registered, your company is formed, and your documents are ready, it's time to look at the big picture. How long does this whole process actually take? Let's go through the full timeline, from business setup to landing in Japan. Let's break down the full timeline from setup to visa approval. On average, the process from first documents to actually arriving in Japan takes 3 to 6 months, but only if everything is in order. Here's how it usually goes. Step 1. Document preparation. This includes drafting your business plan in Japanese, gathering proof of capital, finalizing your lease, preparing your articles of incorporation, and confirming all addresses and names match exactly across documents. If you're applying for the startup visa, you'll also need a support letter from a participating municipality. For first-timers, preparing these documents carefully, especially in Japanese, can take 3 to 4 weeks or longer if translations or legal help are needed. Step 2. Company registration. Once documents are ready, you'll register your company, either a KK or GK. If everything is submitted correctly, this process takes 2 to 4 weeks, including time to notarize, deposit capital, and receive your company registration certificate and income certificate. Step 3. Apply for Certificate of Eligibility, COE. Next, you'll apply for the COE, which proves to immigration that you meet the visa criteria. This step is critical and handled by the Immigration Bureau in Japan. It usually takes 1 to 2 months, but it can take longer if your business plan is weak, unclear, or inconsistent. Missing just one required document or submitting anything that looks suspicious can delay approval by weeks. Step 4. Apply for your visa. Once you receive your COE, you'll submit it along with your passport and other documents to a Japanese consulate in your home country. This part is usually fast, around 5 to 10 business days. Step 5. Enter Japan and register residence. Once your visa is issued, you can enter Japan. Within 14 days, you must go to your local city hall to register your address, get your My Number card, and enroll in national health insurance and pension if applicable. Altogether, this means a fast-track case takes about 3 months, but if you run into document issues, unclear business plans, or delays with your landlord, it can stretch closer to 6 months or more. That's why it's so important to prepare every document carefully from the start. A strong business plan and clean documentation save time and stress later. Now that you're in and operating, how do you stay in? Let's talk about renewals and long-term planning. Getting a visa is just the beginning. Now you need to keep it. Your business manager visa is usually granted for 1 year on your first approval. Before that year ends, you'll need to apply for a renewal, and immigration will check if your business is actually active. So what do they look for? First, revenue. Your business should be generating income, or at least showing progress toward it. If you haven't earned much yet, be ready to explain why and show what actions you've taken to grow. Second, business operations. You'll need to show updated bank statements, tax filings, and possibly contracts, invoices, or payroll records. This evidence proves that your company is operating as a real business, not just existing on paper. Third, your office must still be in use. If you closed it or moved without updating your address with immigration, your renewal may be denied. If everything checks out, you may receive a 3-year visa renewal. Here's the most important part. Keep immigration compliant records from day one. Save your bank transaction history, receipts, lease renewals, salary payments, and anything that shows your company is real and healthy. Next, let's wrap it all up with a quick recap and some final resources to help you move forward. Let's recap everything we've covered. We started with the 2 visa types, business manager and startup visa, and walked through how to choose the right one. Then we broke down the required documentation, business plans, proof of capital, lease agreements, and why consistency matters. From there, we covered how to set up a KK or GK company, secure a qualified office, and prepare your timeline and COE application. Finally, we looked at visa renewals, long-term records, and how to plan ahead for permanent residency. If you found this guide helpful, feel free to save this video, share it with a friend, or bookmark it for later. You can also check the video description for links to downloadable resources. And if you still have questions, leave a comment below or reach out for a consultation. We've helped dozens of founders go through this process, and we're pleased to help you avoid common mistakes. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your business journey in Japan.